You have felt it, that strange, sudden feeling of déjà vu, so powerful it stops you in your tracks. A conversation that feels scripted, a moment of profound coincidence that seems too perfect to be random. Most people dismiss this. They call it a trick of the mind, a neural misfire, a simple anomaly. They are wrong. This is not a bug in the system. It is a feature. It is the briefest glimpse through the veil, a moment where your consciousness touches the underlying code of reality. This feeling isn't an error, it's an invitation. It is the system's way of testing. Are you awake? Are you watching? You feel it because you are not just a passive observer in this grand holographic simulation. You are a user, and like any user, you are subject to the rules of the operating system. The question is, what if you could not only see the rules, but learn to read the source code? For millennia, that source code has been hidden in plain sight, fragmented, mythologized, and intentionally mistranslated. It has been called by many names, but its origin is singular. The wisdom of Thoth the Atlantean, the scribe of the gods, known to the Greeks as Hermes Trismegistus. He left behind not a religion, but a technology, a forbidden instruction manual for the universe. We know it today as the 7 Hermetic Laws. Before we unlock the first seal, if you are one of the 2% who truly seek to understand the source code of reality, who feel the glitch and are brave enough to ask why, please click subscribe and ring the bell. Your journey into the mystical journey tales begins now. Many who seek this path first encounter a small green book published in 1908 called the Kybalion. It is an elegant and powerful introduction, penned by 3 anonymous initiates. It outlines the 7 principles in a way that is accessible to the modern Western mind. But we must be clear, the Kybalion is not the source. It is a modern interpretation, a user manual written for a specific time and place. The true knowledge, the raw data from Thoth, is far older, deeper, and, according to the systems that control our world, far more dangerous. The Kybalion is the public-facing application. The emerald tablets and the fragmented wisdom of the ancients, that is the developer's kit. The deception is not that the Kybalion is wrong, but that it is incomplete. It hints at the power, but obscures the mechanics. Consider this. The book was published anonymously at a time of great spiritual and scientific upheaval. Why the secrecy? Perhaps to protect the authors from the ridicule of a materialistic world, or perhaps to protect the uninitiated from a knowledge so potent it could shatter their carefully constructed reality. It simplified the code so the user wouldn't crash the system. To truly grasp this, we must update our language. Let us drop the philosophical mist and adopt the cold, hard terminology of our digital age. The 7 Hermetic Laws are not nice ideas or spiritual guides. They are the operating system of our holographic universe. This OS runs in the background, invisible, executing commands flawlessly, whether you are aware of it or not. It governs the physics application, the biology application, and the consciousness application. It is the fundamental logic upon which all phenomena are built. This is where the work of Itzhak Bentov converges perfectly. If Bentov's universe is a field of conscious black light, a conscious hologram, then the 7 Hermetic Laws are the rendering engine. They are the immutable principles by which consciousness itself organizes, projects, and manifests into the appearance of solid matter, space, and time. The first and most fundamental law of the OS is mentalism. The Kybalion states, "The all is mind, the universe is mental." This is the foundational axiom. This is the central processing unit. It means the entire universe, every galaxy, every star, every grain of sand, and every thought in your head
exists within a single, infinite, living mind. It is not in a mind. The universe is a mind. Your mind is not separate from this. You are not a body with a soul or a brain that thinks. You are a focal point, a node within the CPU. Your individual consciousness is a fractal expression of the one great mind. This is why your thoughts, beliefs, and focus can and do alter your reality. You are not just running an application, you are part of the processor.
The second law is correspondence, which runs the mirror protocol. The axiom is as above, so below, as below, so above. This is the law of fractal geometry, the signature of the OS. It states that there is a perfect holographic harmony between all planes of existence. The pattern is the same regardless of scale. Picture this: the structure of an atom with electrons orbiting a nucleus mirrors the structure of our solar system, with planets orbiting a sun. The branching of a river delta mirrors the veins in your own hand. The neural network in your brain mirrors the cosmic web of galaxies. This law is not poetry, it is the ultimate diagnostic tool. To understand the above, the nature of God or the universe, you need only study the below, your own self. The third law is vibration, the frequency engine of the simulation. The axiom, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. The OS does not render a static world. It renders a symphony of frequencies. Solid matter, light, sound, and even thought are nothing but different octaves of vibration. This is the concept Itzhak Bentov built his entire model upon. This is the convergence point between ancient mysticism and forbidden science. Bentov described our solid reality as merely a wild pendulum of consciousness vibrating at different rates. A rock is a very slow, dense vibration. Your thought is an incredibly fast, subtle vibration. You are a constellation of frequencies. To change your reality, you do not change the world. You change your frequency. The fourth law is polarity, the core duality algorithm of the OS. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. This is the binary code of the simulation, the 0 and the 1. But here is the secret. The opposites are not two different things. They are identical in nature, differing only in degree. Heat and cold are not opposites. They are two poles of temperature. Light and dark are two poles of light. Good and evil are two poles of morality. Love and hate are two poles of relationship. This algorithm creates the spectrum of experience, the dramatic tension that drives the simulation forward. Without polarity, there is no choice, no growth, and no story. Now imagine the fifth law, rhythm, which governs the pendulum cycle. The axiom, everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. This is the OS's timer, its cyclical update. It ensures that nothing remains static. The pendulum swings from one pole, Law 4, to the other. Empires rise, and then they fall. Economies boom, and then they bust. You feel euphoria, and then you feel despair. This is Bentov's wild pendulum of the mind, the oscillation of consciousness that he mapped so brilliantly. This law governs your moods, your health, your finances, and the very cycles of history. It is the inescapable pulse of the matrix. The sixth law is cause and effect, the karmic script of the OS. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing merely happens. There is no such thing as chance in this operating system. Chance is merely a word we use for a law we do not recognize. Every bug is a feature you don't understand. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is a line of code you execute. The OS must return a result. This is not about punishment or reward from a judging God. This is cold, impartial physics. This is the karmic script. You are constantly writing your own program. The system is simply running it. Finally, the seventh law is gender, the creative principle. The axiom, gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This is perhaps the most misunderstood law. It has nothing to do with physical sex or social roles. It is the mechanism by which the OS creates. The masculine principle is the projecting electrical yang force, the will, the seed. The feminine principle is the receptive magnetic yin force, the imagination, the fertile ground. Nothing can be created without both. A thought, the masculine, must be impressed upon the subconscious, the feminine, to manifest. This is the divine engine of all creation, from a new galaxy to a new idea. So, if this operating system is so perfect, so balanced, why is our world so full of chaos, suffering, and control? The answer is simple and terrifying. The laws cannot be broken, but they can be used. The architects of our societal matrix, the watchers Thoth warned of, did not create the OS. They simply understand it better than you do. And they use your ignorance of the laws against you. They don't break the law of vibration. They simply broadcast a frequency of fear 24/7 through their media apparatus. They don't break the law of cause and effect. They simply create the cause, a problem, so they can sell you their effect, a solution that grants them more control. They don't create the ocean. They just master the tides to shipwreck those who don't know how to navigate. Consider this. They use the law of mentalism, propaganda, to define what is real and possible within the collective mind. They use the law of cause and effect, problem, reaction, solution, to steer the ship of society in their desired direction, making you beg for the very chains they forged. But their two most powerful weapons, the primary tools of mass enslavement, are the laws of polarity and rhythm. They thrive on the duality algorithm. They need you to be divided, left versus right, pro versus anti, us versus them, black versus white. They create and amplify these divisions, knowing that as long as you are swinging wildly on that pendulum of polarity, you are blind. You are a battery. Your emotional energy, your loosh, is captured and used to power their system. You are so busy fighting the other pole that you never look up and see the hand that swings the pendulum. They also manipulate the law of rhythm. They create artificial cycles of economic boom and bust. They create manufactured crises, causes that demand a response, effect, keeping the collective pendulum of society swinging from fear to temporary relief and back to fear. They ensure you are always off balance, always reactive, never stable. You are never allowed to find your center. This is precisely why this knowledge has been suppressed, occulted, and buried, not because it is false, but because it is the most powerful tool for liberation that exists. Understanding this code, truly understanding it, is the first step to unplugging from their control. And if you are finding value in this decoding, if you feel that click of recognition deep within your own code, take a moment to support this archive. Your focus helps us reach others who are still asleep at the terminal. Now the skeptic, the materialist,
The self-proclaimed rationalist will hear all this and cry pseudoscience. They will demand empirical, double-blind studies on the law of mentalism. They are missing the point entirely. They are trying to measure the software using the rules of the hardware. They are looking for the code in the wrong place. Hermeticism explains the why, the metaphysical architecture. Science measures the how, the physical expression. This is where Itzhak Bentov's work is so critical. He built the bridge. His EEG measurements of meditators, tracking the physical coherence of brainwaves as consciousness moves from the wild pendulum to the still point, provides a measurable physical correlate to the law of vibration and the law of mentalism. This isn't belief. This is the forbidden mechanics of consciousness. But we must add a critical distinction, a warning Thoth himself embedded in his tablets. The 7 laws are the operating system. The all, the CPU, is the mind of God. But the OS is not the programmer. The mind of God is not the absolute source. Picture this. The OS is how the source expresses itself. The all is the first creation, the first application. Our great error, the error of all dogmatic religions, is to worship the operating system. We get trapped in the laws, the rituals, the karmic cycles, and the rules of the simulation. We forget that we are fragments of the original programmer, not just characters in the program. So how do we escape? You don't. How do you hack the system? You don't. You cannot break the laws. You cannot stop the pendulum of rhythm. You cannot deny polarity, but you can use the laws. You can transmute them. The first hack is on the law of vibration. You cannot control the chaotic, low-frequency vibrations of the external world, the news, the fear, the system's noise. But you can, with discipline, control your own internal frequency. This is the master key. This is what the mystics call raising your vibration. This is the entire, singular purpose of Itzhak Bentov's still point meditation. It is not about relaxing. It is a practical, physical technique to do exactly what the Hermetists taught, to consciously silence the wild pendulum of the mind. In that silence, in that still point, your internal oscillation stops. Your vibration clarifies and rises. You move from the chaotic static of the ego to the clear, coherent signal of the higher self. And from this high vantage point, the lower vibrations of fear, control, and manipulation simply cannot reach you. They are on a different frequency. Now imagine the hack for the duality algorithm, the law of polarity. The system is designed to force you to choose a side. It needs you to hate the other pole, to energize the conflict. The Hermetic Master, the awakened programmer, refuses to play the game. They do not try to destroy the evil pole because they know that would destroy good along with it. Instead, they neutralize the pendulum. They do not get caught in the swing of right and wrong, or liberal and conservative, as defined by the system. They rise above the poles. This is the middle path. This is not apathy or indifference. It is supreme awareness. It is the ability to stand at the center point of the pendulum swing, the still point Bentov described, where all motion ceases. From this point of neutrality, you see both poles for what they are, two halves of a single truth. And from there, the duality algorithm loses all power over you. The 7 Hermetic Laws are the ultimate prison for the ignorant and the ultimate toolkit for the aware. They are the iron bars of the cage, or they are the 7 rungs of the ladder to liberation. The choice is,
and always has been yours. They are the rules of the simulation. Understanding this code is the fundamental difference between being a non-player character, unconsciously running the scripts of your cultural and karmic conditioning, and becoming a co-creator. It is the first step in moving from character to programmer, consciously writing the code of your own reality rather than just being a victim of it.
Consider this: Thoth's final greatest mandate, the phrase echoed by the mystery schools of Egypt, Greece, and beyond, was not "obey these laws." It was not "worship me." It was two simple words: know thyself. Why? Because this is the final secret. To know thyself is to realize that you are a fragment of the All. You are a node in the CPU. The operating system is not external to you. It is within you. The laws are not your masters. They are your tools. To know yourself is to know the code.
The glitch you feel in reality, that sense of déjà vu, that feeling of a script, is not a bug. It is a feature. It is a wake-up call from the OS, an internal notification pinging your consciousness, inviting you to look deeper, to stop being a passive user, and to finally read the instruction manual. We have decoded the 7 laws, but this is only the entrance. This is the Hello World program of a new consciousness. The journey into the source code is infinite. Share in the comments the glitch you've experienced, the moment you first suspected the script. Your journey continues, and so does ours.